So we're heading to a possible battery where the victim had to pull out a knife to defend himself. Apparently the possible suspect has already left the scene. Hello, what's going on?
So I live in Greta.
Okay.
And 3 days ago there was some dude snooping along my fence.
Okay.
And so I was walking down the street here and I saw the guy that's all in black snooping along the fence. And so I stood there on the street and I watched him. Then this car right here drove past.
Okay.
Turned around and like a dude got out. I waved, I said, "Hey." Dude, the guy came out and started assaulting me.
Okay, what do you mean?
He struck me once in the face and he struck me in the throat. He said, "Get off my property." So I backed up and I went onto the street.
Okay.
He followed me onto the street, he struck me in the face and he struck me in the throat. And all I did was move away. And when he came after me again and again, I pulled out my pocket knife and I started screaming for help. Like at the top of my lungs, help.
Okay. Did you need medical or anything? I don't see any marks or anything on you.
I don't. Like my jaw hurts and my throat hurts.
Okay.
But I'd like to press charges.
Hello? What's going on between you and that guy over there?
My dad was all the way in the back there, and he was 100% blind.
Okay.
The guy was standing right here when I looked over. So I got out the car and I walked up to him and I was like, "What are you doing on my property?" He said, "Oh, I was watching that guy back there snooping through the buildings, talking about my dad."
Okay.
And I said, "He owns this property. Can you step off?" Because we were probably like right here. I asked him to step off and he stepped towards me. I stepped back, I said, "Hey, you need to leave the property." He stepped towards me again and I hit him.
The next time I'm just gonna shoot the bastard.
That's probably a bad idea.
No, not on my private property it ain't.
Why wouldn't you just call us and have us deal with it?
Because my Constitution says it's my right.
Okay. But you could also just have us be the
Well,
peacekeepers.
my Constitution says it's my right.
Okay.
That's
Alrighty.
what I go by, my Constitution.
Okay.
Not anybody's made up laws. This is private property. There's a signpost right there.
Okay. Do you think someone can see that sign from the road?
I don't care if they can see it or not. Can you see it?
From here, not really. Kinda. He wants to press charges for battery.
Okay, well then I want to
Okay.
Then I want to press
So-
charges for trespassing.
Okay, hold on. So I'm talking to him right now. I'll talk to you in a second, okay? You keep interrupting while I'm trying to talk. Does that make sense?
Well, it's just taking up time of our day.
Yeah, me too. I got you. Okay.
Well, you're on your job. You're getting paid.
I got you. So here's the deal, okay? So it's a battery now committed in my presence, okay? So what happens is it goes to the district attorney's office. You're both listed as victims and suspects, and it's up to the district attorney what happens from there. So apparently they're very protective over their property, but we are going to trespass them from the property and collect his statement. Do you know the old man over there?
No, dude, like I walk past their house all the time to the point where their dog Sadie knows me. My concern is this is my neighborhood.
I got you.
And I was just assaulted by people that I don't recognize at a house that they don't belong at.
Okay.
Right? I can hardly talk. I'm dizzy. I think that I need a paramedic. I need to go to the hospital or something because this is bull. I'm walking down my street and I'm assaulted. I can hardly speak.
Okay. Well, I asked you earlier if you wanted medics and you said no.
Well, I'm saying I do because it was like 15 seconds after I just got struck.
So he lives there and he's blind.
That would explain it because, like,
Yes.
dude, I've had this guy.
That would definitely explain it.
Same thing. Like,
So he was wandering
not
the
same
property
person.
using that line on the ground?
And so I'm wondering
To
what
be
this
able to
guy is
walk
doing.
around.
Like, I'm not spooking. I'm looking out for my neighbor.
No, I got you.
man.
So I'm just letting you know that
You
that's.
know what? Just forget the paramedic, dude.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like if the guy is blind and his young son is thinking I'm spooking his property, let's be the bigger man. And see like I did not know that the guy was blind.
Okay.
Like straight up, like I'm looking out for my neighbor.
No, I 100% get it. But just so you know, he is blind. His son came and was like, "Hey, what's this guy doing here?"
Staring at my blind father.
Yeah, so-
And then he probably can't hear anything I'm saying because
It's windy. He's declining charges at this time, it sounds like. But either way, what's going to happen is it's going to go to the district attorney's office, and it's up to them if charges will be filed. He was officially trespassed from that property, so if he does go back on the property, he could be subject to a misdemeanor arrest.